There's Chris right there.
Chris. We'll give it one more minute. We see a bunch of people popping on, and we'll get started.
All right, guys, we're going to get started. Welcome to our team call. We're super excited to have you on tonight. My name is Mike Massini, and this is Cassandra, and we're coming to you guys from Boca Raton, Florida. So we're super excited to share with you guys. It's not just going to be us. We have a bunch of guests on tonight who have been taking massive action, and they're going to share with you what has been some of their keys to success. So what I'd recommend is grabbing a notepad or your phone or whatever it is that you take notes on, and I would definitely get those out. Cassandra's got hers out. Even though we're leading the call, she's going to take notes anyway because we're going to hear from some people that are going to share. So guys, over the last 20 months that we've been involved, maybe you've been involved for 1 month, 1 day, or 1 year, we have seen an incredible change, not only in our businesses, but our relationships. I think that's one thing that we're super proud of, super excited about, and what is polarizing about this company is our culture. So we had the opportunity to meet with some of our teams recently in North Florida, Sean and Kim McLean. We were up there with them and Jess Clements, their whole team. It was absolutely awesome. We were going over vision splats and vision boards that we learned from Mark and Judy Willardson, our fearless leaders. And we were actually recently at a house in Orlando with lots of people from this company, some of the top leaders, and it was absolutely awesome. We had so many takeaways. We had so much growth from that event. So we're going to hear from some people now. We're going to call on a couple of people. And guys, if we're calling on you to share, just keep it to 1 to 2 minutes. This is not going to be a very long call. This is going to hit you with some good information, stuff that you can actually take and use to grow your business. So with that being said, first and foremost, we're going to call on Jenny and Bruce. If you would, in 1 to 2 minutes, just share with us what has been effective as of recent in building your business. What's something that everybody can write down and take away? Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm really excited to have the opportunity. Bruce is here too to share on the call. How's everyone doing tonight?
Hey.
Anyways, we're really, really excited. We've never, felt so excited than right now where we are in this company and how we're poised right now to where we're going. And Bruce and I have been involved with Ellepreneurs for about 18 months. And we've been very committed because we've seen the vision. And, without that strong belief, I have a great saying that I believe that when there's faith in the future, there's power in your presence. And we've always believed in the vision of this company. We really love the people. We've met the leadership. We've been to the conferences. We know that this will be a legacy company. And we are all in and always have been all in. And one thing I want to share is that you've got to trust the process, right? Because there is a process. And, there's no such thing as a drive-through breakthrough in this business or a microwave maturity, right? Because it's a process. And so a little bit of Bruce's and my background is we call this relationship marketing. And wherever you build your relationships the strongest is where your business will be the strongest. So it's super important to make sure that you pick a winning team. You need to qualify people. You don't want to just take anybody because at the end of the day, if they got a bad attitude or they're toxic in a way, like we want to help everybody. Like we're into detoxifying and doing all that stuff. But as far as aligning ourselves with partners, if you want to put a good team together, you're going to look for good players. And what does that mean? Teachable players, players that have desire, players that want to work together, instead of reinvent the wheel. And so we've always been team players, Bruce and I. We're very hungry. We're emotionally hungry to do something great on this earth because we're not going to be a waste of skin. And so, I don't know, but I really believe also it's really important what you feed on because What you feed on is what you become. And I'm asking everybody out there, what are you putting in yourself as a deposit? What kind of books are you reading? Because you will be the same person seriously in the next 5 years' time, except for the people that you meet and the books that you read. And I think that's one of the most powerful things. And so, you know, we're committed, you guys. And if you keep activity focused and you keep doing it, no matter how much you fail, you're either up or getting up. You're failing forward, because no one's just going to succeed without failure. There's no one that are at the levels in this company that don't have some serious stories. So I've always looked at it like this. Success is like a bungee cord. The lower you go, look out when God releases you. I really believe this. So we're very activity focused. We're hungrier than can be. We're very young. We're in our late 50s, and we're so young because that's the new 30s, right?
Middle.
So, you know, the latter end will far exceed the former. And there's a lot of people on this call that you can't use the excuse that, oh, I'm a little too old now, I don't have energy, because we have the greatest product, right? And we just put that in us and drink lots of water, get healthy, and we got to finish strong. Yeah. And that's our motto, is to finish strong. I'm going to let you say a couple things.
Yeah, talk about Go-Go Juice. We've got an amazing product, and it is so easy to share. It just doesn't get any easier. We're out there just sharing with everybody we meet, and it's so simple. Gosh, have you heard about the happy coffee everyone's raving about? And it doesn't get any easier than that. Everybody can say that, and it just boldness brings business.
Amen.
Just step out and find out. And just go for it, guys. It's just, timing is everything. And I think that timing right now is time. We're opening up new countries. We're seeing this country exploding. There isn't a better time to be getting involved and having a whole heap of fun, because if you have fun, people want to be around. Okay, so enjoy the rest of the...
And just visualize this as a gift. Think of a beautifully wrapped gift in the most prettiest gold paper with a beautiful ribbon. Mm-hmm. And all we're trying to do is give the gift away, right? So if someone doesn't like the gift, it's like, what? You don't really? Like, you know, I've never seen anyone bleed from a no. And if you're just asking someone to go play a game of tennis or play a game of golf and they say no, you're not going to get too bummed out. We're just asking people to have a look. Yeah. So have confidence in the product and in the company, and you've just got to be bold, and you've got to do it afraid.
And re-gift.
Thank you, guys.
That was amazing. Thank you so much.
So welcome. Lots of notes.
Yeah, your page is already full on that. Awesome. Thank you.
You'll always get me more excited. That's for sure.
Well, that's what should happen, right? The culture and the different people and the different point of view should get everybody fired up. So thank you, Jenny and Bruce, for that. Now we've got another lady from Canada who's not only fired up, she's been firing up her team. She's been biggest transformation I've ever seen, and I'm not going to get into that whole story. That's absolutely incredible. This is someone that we work with almost every single day, and she's phenomenal. So if we can call on Cassandra Nagel, please share with us something that's helped build your business or has helped you with your teams in 1 to 2 minutes. Please share with us. We know that you always have some firepower to give us. So let's hear it from you, Cassandra.
Hey guys, thanks so much. And wow, what an honor to hear that. It really makes me realize how far I've come along too, right? So most people know the story. My mom passed away in the early stages of this company, and it took me a little bit to get back on track. And phase 1 activity really is what brought me on track at the end of the day, you know, and it took some boosting up and some confidence from Mike and Cassandra and Shane and Chris and Ricky and everybody, you know. But yeah, Mike and Cassandra, you guys, first off, I want to say thank you guys very much, because you've been huge, pivotal in this transformation for me too. Just, you know, sometimes the tough love is necessary, but it comes from the heart. And I think that's the biggest thing that we have here, like we talked about, is the community and the heart, right? Like, this is not like anything else any of us have ever seen before. This is a culture and a community that is based on heart, soul, friendship, and like friendship that's going to last forever. So that's big. And that's what I would tell you guys to take to your teams. Literally listen to what's going on. Take the time to put the effort in with them, because you never know what somebody is going through. And it took that from Shane and Mike and Cassandra to really like talk to me and really figure out where I was. And even Chris Schweda was really pivotal for that too, in the sense of like, are you going to let this hold you down, or are you going to let it become the biggest thing that you can ever do in your life? You know, like, what are you going to use that energy towards? Are you going to use it to grovel and stay in your bed all day and not worry about it? Or are you going to use that to make your mom proud where she is, you know? And that's massive. So going on with having that heart and that soul and really coming into your own, but also coming into your team and bringing that down with them and letting them know that it's okay where they're at, and crap happens. I was going to say another word there, but caught myself. Crap happens, you know, and you can take it or you can leave it. The end of the day, you just move on from it, and you realize that that was a path that you had to go through to learn something, because you're going to be able to help somebody else with that exact same thing. So with that phase 1 activity, reaching out to people and just sharing your heart and soul and loving on people. We have something that is literally changing people's lives every single minute of every single day. Take it, share your story, and then connect. I did not realize how powerful the connect was until I started getting everybody on the phone talking to everybody else. And then it was like, bam, 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 bam. You know, people are ready for change. People are looking for it. So go out, seek it, talk to people, and just count your numbers short. You know, somebody said on stage once, and I think somebody said it on one of the calls, is I want 1 million people to quit on me. You know, that is my new goal. Because if 1 million people quit on me, that means I've brought 1 million people into this business, or I've given 1 million people this product. And at the end of the day, that's what we all need to strive for, is just help, and the key players will fall into place. So anyways, share with love.
Oh, that was powerful.
Wow.
Love that. Thank you for sharing, Cassandra.
That was awesome.
And we have Candy up next, coming to you from Seattle. Candy, if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hey, everybody. I'm so excited to be here and share. And I will be honest, I had a huge aha moment. I was in Florida with amazing leaders, and you know, I know what's possible. I was in another multi-level marketing company for over 7 years, and with this company, what has hit me hard is I would see that person, the top distributor, which is my direct upline, on the stage, and she would say, hey, come get me, I'll help you. But off stage, it wasn't the same. Never, you know, she would usually answer my calls, I think because I was a direct, but none of my downlines calls, no messages. And, you know, it was like, what have I done? How come they haven't, you know, answered? And so when I started this company, I love the products. They've changed my life. And I can't believe the welcoming and the love you get from everybody. And in this company, it's not your check that you bring to the person above, it's their heart. And so they want to work with you, and they love you where you're at. And I love that. And so I came home, I was thinking, and I'm looking, and I went, you know what? I know what's possible, and I always seen that, but I know that it's possible for myself now because of the continued support. And so all I say is connect, guys, connect. You might think, well, they've got thousands of downline, or they're busy. And that would be my thought. I hate asking for help because I don't want to bother somebody, but that's what they want. And so I didn't do that for a while after I started this again in the business, and connecting now is huge. Seeing the growth in my team, connecting with my team, and anybody that's successful with this company, if you know, they're connecting everybody. So as soon as I sign up somebody, I'm putting them in a 3-way chat, getting them connected, setting up a welcome call. It is huge. It is huge. I'm telling you, it's been big for me. So sky's the limit. This company's amazing. Everybody's there to back you up. And I love that they cheer on that person that's new and that just got that one customer. And that's the huge person. Making bronze, that's amazing. And that's a huge thing. And I love that everybody is cheered on. Doesn't depend on where they're at or what their paycheck is, I guess, or what their paycheck is giving to their upline. So thank you so much.
I love that, Candy. Thank you for sharing. And as we always say, put us to work.
That's right.
So who do we have next? Sarah Weiss, are you out there? And
Coming
if you
from
can
Ottawa.
unmute.
Hey guys,
She is.
you guys hear me? Awesome. So I could like speak for hours on something that I've always used, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be really quick. I've always been driven on purpose. Yeah, thumbs up to that. I've been always driven on purpose as opposed to, you know, my desires. And we all have desires, and there's no shame in desiring a car, a house, traveling, all that stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you're driven more by your purpose, and from the very beginning, I was driven by purpose. And my purpose here, my purpose in life has always been to give back, help people feel connected, accepted, loved, you know, be able to give back to my community and help others be put in a position where they have their breakthrough, where they're doing better, where they're, you know, reaching their potential. So when I'm driven by my purpose as opposed to just my desires, I have a more fulfilling reason to wake up and do what I got to do to achieve that purpose and that goal and those desires, which comes secondary. And it all kind of comes with it in the full package, right? Something that I always did from the very beginning was I'm all about plugging in and engaging. Always with training, with your mentors, with your team, with your upline, downline, sideline. I've always engaged with sidelines. I love different personality types. I love to see different perspectives. And there's so many resources that we can plug into and get golden nuggets from. Team calls, always be on the team calls because there's something there that might make you go, aha, that's right, that's what I'm missing. Plugging in and engaging, not just plugging in, but engaging and taking part. Something I've always really loved about conventions is going to conventions and plugging into people you don't know yet. Going up to everybody and meeting everyone, building relationships with everyone. This is a relationship business, just like they were saying relationship marketing here. Why not be doing that with people all over conventions? Again, sidelines, uplines, downlines. I met you guys at Atlanta, my very first convention, and I made a point to like build a relationship with you. And since then, how often do we work together? Literally every day we're on the phone with each other. And because of that, it's been invaluable to me and my team. So plugging in and engaging is huge. And I invite you all to, when you go to convention, talk to everyone. Don't feel shy and nervous. This is a relationship company. And the more you know, the more people you get, you know, behind you and on your back is it's valuable. I can't even put it into words. I've connected with people from corporate, and I've had, you know, nice connections in corporate. I've connected with top leaders in the company, and I've been able to have them on my Zoom calls, and that's been huge. So and engaging in trainings like Rank Makers, that's huge. I'm plugging in and engaging to an outside training source that's helping me improve my leadership, my team, my culture, my community, my leadership, all of that stuff, because I'm plugging into everything I can, every resource, every person, everyone on my team. Plug in and engage. That's huge. And be purpose driven. That would be that.
Thank you, Sarah. I do have to ask you one question. If you will
Sure.
share with everyone what happened at, I believe it was last convention, when you brought a team of people there. What happened after that?
Yeah, this story says it all, and why you got to go to convention, but not only go to convention, bring people and tell your people to bring people. I went there with 6 ladies. I brought all 6, and this was I think I was 7 months into the business. They all got fired up. So that's 6 ladies that all got fired up. We ended that convention on starting a 90-day run. We all committed with our goals. We wrote down what we were going to do. And about 2 months later, I don't think any one of them was below gold. All of them became my top leader, which again bumped me up, made me a black diamond, and I had a black diamond team within months of coming from that convention and starting our 90-day run. So very powerful.
Hey, thank you so much for that, Sarah. You're powerful beyond measure. We love hearing from you. You're always delivering amazing leadership skills and information. So thank you so much for that. We appreciate you. And now we're going to call on one of those 6 ladies who's absolutely phenomenal. And we're going to call on Natalie DeRoche. If you can unmute yourself and share with us what has helped build your business in 1 to 2 minutes, please and thank you.
Thank you so much, Cassandra and Mike, having me on. And yes, definitely it was this convention that blew me up. I was on fire. I seen the vision. I met Robert O'Blan. I met Mike and Cassandra. I met everybody there, and it was just mind-blowing. I seen what people are doing, and this is loving on people. And that's one thing I know how to do, and you guys know that. Because one thing, I have a passion. When it's to help anybody, my team will tell you, my customers will tell you, yes, we did what we had to do. We got it transferred from the States. We brought it over here, but we are growing. And again,
reach out to everybody you know. If you've spoken to them, if you've written their name, their phone number, you've made contact, reach back to them. And within the first 48 hours, it's always the best. Something else I can say is listen to your people. Listen to your team. There's always something that they're telling you and you're not hearing it. Just listen to them. Be one-on-one. I'm always there for them. They're always there for me. And that's the way we're going to grow. So anyway, hopefully we see you guys at convention in October. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Natalie. That was awesome. We appreciate you, and it was so awesome to connect with you in Orlando. Very well deserved, and we can't wait to see you and your team go across stage for, I don't know, 3-4 different rank ups, and I don't know how many in your team, so that's great. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. And now we're going to call on Sean and Kim McLean, who have a super powerful story. They're not going to share that with us tonight, but what they are going to share is one thing that's really been helping build their business. And they've got an international team, so there's a different dynamic to them. But Sean and Kim McLean from North Florida, you can unmute yourself and just share in 1 to 2 minutes what has helped build your business.
Hey guys, so I would have to say that what's helped build our business is literally been duplication and using the simple 4-step system that we've been using since day one. We've been involved for 20 months now, and we literally every single day we teach the 4-step system. We do it, we follow it to a T, and if anybody ever has any, like I'm not building as fast as I had hoped, my business isn't as successful as I had hoped, we can always go back to those 4 steps, and either they're skipping one or they're adding something to it, and literally it's that simple.
Yeah, it really is, guys. If you're adhering to this 4-step system, just be happy, smile, love on everybody everywhere you go. You'll stand out, number one. Number two, just share some stories. That's all we ever do. That's all we've done all night here is share stories with everybody. Number three, share some product. Get some coffee, get some Xanthamax, get some Credo Cray. So you ain't even got to be able to talk. Get some Keto Cray up in your mouth. And number four is the glue that's allowed our business to go from $5,000 a month to over $13 million a month at just about 20 months now, which is the Connect method. If you're not connecting people, I don't care who you are, you're losing. You could be helping impact people's lives tenfold if you would use the Connect method. Every single one of us do it. And guys, if you just lead with your heart and aspire to actually just make a difference in life instead of aspiring to make a living, really listen to your people, hone in, learn to love them, learn to find out about, what's their kids' names, what do they do, what do they like to do, build a relationship outside of this business. It's going to take you 10 times further. You'll 10x your business, you'll 10x your relationships, and this will become way, way, way more fun and more happy than just a job, because hey, none of us need another one of them.
No, that's exactly right. And like Sean said, just love on your teams, love them where they are, push them to be, push them to encourage them to be everything that they can be, but just love on them. And I think that's probably one of the biggest things that we've done is just love everybody.
I'll leave you with one more point. When I say aspire to make a difference and not aspire to make to make a living, right? When you're working with your teams, when you're digging down and you're talking to your people, number one, and I beat this horse to death, I don't care if you're in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, the US, Puerto Rico, I don't care where you're at. At the end of the day, we all want the same thing. We want to be happy. We want to be healthy. We want to have a roof over our head. We want to have food in our belly. We want to be all them things, right? It doesn't matter where you're at. At the end of the day, we all have the basic same humanistic needs and wants, okay? So when you're leading, when you're talking to your people, don't do it from a standpoint of this is what I read, this is what I know, this is what I learned, and you need to hear it. Do it from a standpoint of, Mike, how can I help you? What do you need? And I'll end it with this. When we lived on the mission field in Honduras, we had teams that would come down for a week at a time, and then they're heading back to the States. And they would come down and they would see how people live, and they're like, you know what they need? They need an outhouse. let's build them an outhouse. They're peeing in a hole. And so they would go build an outhouse against our recommendation, or you know what they need? We need to paint. Their house looks horrible. We need to paint it. And they would go and paint it. And the second that the people left, Shelby, please mute your phone, Shelby. Thank you. So the second that the people left, the local Hondurans would tear the wood off the outhouse. They'd tear the metal. They'd use the metal to replace their roofs. They'd use the wood to plug holes, and nobody would ever sit on the toilet. And they'd continue to use the hole in the ground. So the point is, meet people where they're at, speak to their needs, not what we deem that they need. Back to you guys.
That was mind-blowing. Thank you, Sean and Kim McLean. You guys are incredible, inspiring, servant-driven leaders, and we absolutely love not only working with you guys, but doing life with you guys. Guys, that's really important too, and I'll just segue into this, to be doing business with people you really want to be doing business with. How important is that? Because, hey, we're going to hang out with Sean and Kim and Cass and Natalie and Sarah and everybody and Candy. We're going to do that anyway. We might as well be growing. We might as well be excelling in life together so that we can do all the cool things we really want to do together, like traveling the world and doing all that. So I just wanted to share that. Really think about that. Who's on your list? You want to be doing business with people you want to be doing business with. Think about that. So next, we're going to call on just first of all, this guy knows how to strum a guitar, and he knows how to hit a tune, because I didn't know that. I don't know if you knew that.
It was such a treat.
When we were at the retreat and he pulled out his guitar, I said, this man plays a guitar too? What else does this guy do? So we want you guys to hear from a man named Earl, who is a customer powerhouse by sharing his story. So Earl, please, in a minute or 2 minutes, share with us what has built your business so far. Take it away, Earl.
Stories, connect. And a vehicle that runs like a bat out of hell. And it's like, I'm going to use this example. That's all I'm going to say. When I got my motorcycle, it's 1,500 cc's. You can drive 55 all you want to, but the day that you hit that gas and you feel the power behind it, and you know that there's a lot more to this bike and it's sitting under me than what I figured, this business is the same way. You're sitting on a machine right now that has life in it, and it carries over. Yeah, come on now. I'll preach a little bit. But it has life in it. You hit the gas, there's no holding you back. So take what's been given to us and apply our culture with it. There's no stopping.
Woo! Just dropping fire. And then he literally drops the mic because he's used to that. He's used to crushing people in the audience with his awesome tune. So thank you, Earl, for that.
And I do want to add, if you missed Earl's training, we had a phenomenal training on our Saturday training call. So tune into that recording if you did miss it.
Woo, that boy can preach. Thank you, Earl. We love it. Okay, next up we have Jess Clements. Jess Clements has been rocking it. Phase 1 activity, just like you can't even believe. We had the pleasure of going over there. She fed me some little snacks because we had been driving for 6 hours, and everybody knows that I like snacks. I'm a snack guy. I like, all the little snacks. So she fed us, and we had witnessed her take phase 1 activity to a whole other level. She was sending us screenshots of her chats and how effective they were. Jess, please share with us your takeaways and what has been building your business.
Sure. So really and truly, it's being leadable, coachable, and trainable. I really plugged in with people that I resonate with from this company, people that are successful, as well as, an outside coach and rank makers. So with that said, can you hear me? With that said, it dawned on me, I was convicted really that I'm not reaching out to enough people. I'm not asking enough people if they're open to taking a look. So I really got consistent with that, and I'm really showing up no matter what with that. With that said, in the last 24 hours, there's been 3 confirmations that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So I reached out to somebody, cold messaged 20 people yesterday. One of those messages came back and she was open to taking a look. With that said, this was the message that I got back. Thank you for sending the video. I'm very interested in getting started as I was praying for God to send a financial opportunity to open up. Thank you for reaching out to me. So guys, here's the thing. If I continue to be, to live in fear and not reach out and just ask people if they're open to taking a look, and if not, no big deal, I'm not only holding back my blessing, but I'm holding back somebody else's blessing. So that is like huge. It just dawned on me, and it happened again tonight, running into somebody at Panera. It happened again. If we're not obedient to this calling in our life, then who else are we holding back from getting their blessing? So that was just it for me, you know. I'm gonna run with this, and I'm done selling myself short, and I'm done selling other people short.
Wow, Jess, thank you so much. And guys, what a pleasure to hear from a woman who has grown leaps and bounds in her leadership and who has led, even as of recent, so many people to a better chance at health, wealth, and happiness. Thank you so much,
and
Jess.
I do want to add, that's one of our favorite parts is seeing people grow and step up and really impact not only their lives, but other people's lives. Like that's just that truly just, it warms my heart every time. So Jess.
It really makes you think about when you said yes, right? When you said, I'm open to the opportunity. And that's the one thing that I've learned about an opportunity like this is, we all want to go out there and be the Grant Cardone, business people. We want to close those deals, right? Well, here's the thing about network marketing that blew my mind, and we see it every single day by the dozens and dozens of people, is in network marketing, when you close a deal, meaning you bring on a business partner, you open people up. And you open them up to their dreams that they've never thought would be possible, but you reconnected them to that. So, Jess, thank you so much. Absolutely incredible. And we look forward to seeing you up on stage in October. I don't know, for like intergalactic, super, we don't even have that rank yet. So sure, we'll create a new one. Sounds good.
And I do want to call on one more lady. Carla, are you out there? I just have to say this lady is a rock star. She's double ranking this month and taking massive action. And I know that she has some value for us tonight.
Double rank Carla, unmute.
Hello, everyone.
She is.
Yeah, so this was, Cassandra just asked me to do this. So first of all, I want to say thank you to Cassandra and Mike, and to Jenny and Bruce. Actually, it's been about 7 months ago. I had lunch with my friend Jenny, and we laugh about it now, but she talked about something called Smart Coffee, and she was giving me her testimony, and literally I thought, wow, she's crazy. There's no way that this can work. So long story short, Jenny's pretty adamant, and never been a coffee drinker, but I came home, and the next 2 days I took it and quickly learned that, wow, something really big going on here. So what I've been doing the last couple months, I really started building my business. I'm so excited. People are drawn to me when I'm even out of the house. The energy and what you give basically comes back to you, and that's who you will attract, what you are. And I'm learning over and over in this network marketing business that activity, I need to be focused on activity and not the results, because I know that they'll come, right? And I can't change anything about that. But my testimony, I've dropped 3 pant sizes. I've dropped 27 pounds. I thought I only needed to lose maybe 5 to 10 pounds. I've had 0 migraines since I've been on this. I have no knee pain since I've been on this. So my testimony, like I said, just goes on. And I have level hormones because at this age, you're like, wow, what is going on with my mood, right? So it's been amazing. So it's easy to share My team is growing very quick, and I give all the praise to God for this opportunity and everything that he's going to do here. And I told Jenny today too, I said, you know what? I know that you have to believe and you have to see yourself a lot farther than you are. And I said, I can't wait to fire my boss. So it's becoming more and more real every day. So like I said, don't give up. Stay plugged into your upline. Jenny and I talk every day, multiple times a day, and we feed off of each other. So you need to find someone you can connect to be accountable to and have that energy. So like Cassandra said, very excited about double ranking and gold, right? And then platinum is next. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. We want to say thank you to Jenny and Bruce, Cassandra Nagel, Candy, Sarah, Natalie, Sean and Kim, Earl, Jess, and Carla. Thank you so much. Guys, just if you're not muted, make sure that you're muted there. We're going to close out the call with this. Guys, our entire lives, we have been told not to make mistakes and to do things ourselves, right? This is something that we learned in school, right? So this is a recipe for what everybody else has. And we're totally polar opposite of that in this profession, in this community of people. So don't make the mistake of not asking for help, because that's what we're here to do, is help other people achieve what they want in life. We are a team and we achieve greatness together. All of us are relentlessly working with others so that the next 10 years of your life, you can say that you lived the life that you chose to live, not the life that you settled for. That's really what we're doing here. This is a freedom opportunity business, okay? So what's the one thing that you're going to do this week to end the month and then to start the next month that's going to get you closer to your goals? I know one thing. You don't have to be an expert at anything to start. If you haven't been taking action, that's the number one thing. You're just going to act. Share stories with people. Follow the 4 steps, Cassandra. Throw it out there. Give the people the 4 steps that have built this business from day one. Number 1.
Well, 4 steps is exactly what Sean and Kim went over earlier.
Right, so let's go over it one more time for everybody as we close.
Okay, I'll go over number 1. Be excited. If you're excited, the people that you're talking to are excited. Every welcome call that we've been on this week is because the person that introduced them to the opportunity, they were super, super excited. And number 2, just what you were talking about, sharing stories. Story sell, facts tell. Don't be the expert. If people want to know that stuff, utilize the resources, utilize the videos. Asking if people are open to the product or the opportunity. And number 4, connect, connect, connect. Don't be the expert. Connect someone else to, share those stories, to ask or answer those questions. Utilize us, utilize your upline, utilize other people to be that third-party validation. And remember, people will do what you did. So when people come into this business, if you didn't connect, they're not going to connect. So you have to set people up for success and keep it simple and duplicatable. And I'd say last but not least, have fun.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for that. That's it, guys. We really do have a very simple system. So guys, as you're leaving this call, as you're heading to bed and you're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to go out there and take massive action, just think to yourself, become obsessed with your purpose. What is it that you want to do in life? And if there's one thing we know about this incredible profession is if you help enough people get what they want, you can have anything that you want. So guys, thank you so much for the call. Thank you for all the guests that were on. We appreciate you. We cannot wait to lock arms with you. Connect with your people, connect them with your upline. Let's go out and continue to break records. We appreciate all of you.
And we can't wait to see you in October at convention.
Make sure you're not by yourself. Have a group of people. It's going to be a great time. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Goodbye.